What's up, guys? We got another bag for you to review for you today. It's the Osprey Aoede SyncPack. Retails for $180. This color is a magma brown. Be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. Feel free to leave any comments down below. Let's get right into it. Let's get into the exterior of this bag. So the bag is made of a ripstop or 680D, I believe, ripstop polyester nylon, and it is fully DWR coated, so it does have some water resistance to it. Some of the features it has two mesh water bottle pockets, one on one side and another on the other side, a grab handle on the top, and it has what they call a stand-up frame. So the frame of the bag, actually you can feel it here, there is like a metallic frame. It's like a metallic stand that they built into the bag to keep it from falling over. And you can kind of feel it in there, so it's pretty rigid. And then moving on to the harness itself, the back straps are medium padded, and then there is Osprey's patented airspeed back panel to keep yourself from getting too hot during hot weather, to minimize that sweat buildup, to let airflow through. The back straps themselves are adjustable. There is no sternum strap, and that about wraps it for the exterior of the bag. Okay, the bag itself has two outside pockets, one on the front, a zippered pocket. This pocket goes about halfway down. You can see my hand go there, so it's not very deep. It's pretty shallow, actually. That's the first pocket. The other pocket that's on the outside of the bag is on the top lid. There is one pocket right here, and it takes up the entire lid of the backpack. And the main compartment is accessed through a lid here, which is fastened shut with a clip design, and it is also a magnetic opening. So as you can see, it's magnetic, and the opening is also there. You feel that kind of metal frame around the entire bag, so it is very rigid all around. So you have kind of a wide opening there. The inside of the bag has a what they call removable laptop sleeve or organization sleeve. Moving to the rest of the inside, there is nothing else in here. It's pretty much just a wide open space. So as you can see, there is nothing here. There is a zipper, looks like what appears to be a zipper, and I'll talk about this a little bit later. I'm not entirely sure what that is for, but there is a kind of a zipper right there. So yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit later. The laptop or the laptop tablet organizer can accommodate up to a 16-inch laptop, and it can accommodate most any size tablets as well. The inside it's semi soft. It's not fleece lined or anything like that. It is padded, and it also has a zippered compartment here where you can store your accessories, whether it be cables, charging cables, a pen, pencil, and then there's also a mesh pocket here you can put your phone in. And then on the other side, there is one last zippered mesh pocket you can see here. So there are some organizational features in this. And this is the idea here is to give you access to all your stuff without having to dig through there. You just put all your stuff in here. slide it in that bag, and when you need it for quick access, you just pull this whole thing out and put your bag on the side, and you'll have all your accessories with you. All right, now let's get into our packing. All right, now let's get into a capacity test for this bag. So I've got a couple of different items I'd stick on this. This is meant to be a commuter day pack, so it's not geared necessarily towards traveling or anything like that. It's mostly just to take your stuff, like if you're a student or if you're, going to work, you just carry, your basic daily necessities. So I've got, first thing I've got here is a hoodie for colder weather in case I decide I needed to put that. It could be a jacket or a hoodie or whatever you want it to be. I'll put that in here. First, I'll take the organizer out. Put the hoodie inside at the bottom there. Laptop in here. You can actually fit two different things in here. I'm going to go ahead and slide my tablet in there, also my iPad Pro. That fits in there nicely. And then the organizer, I'll put my phone in here. Organizer there. I'll go ahead and slip this in. Close that shut. And then I also have my EDC bag. I'll pop in there as well. Nintendo Switch, put that there as well. And then this is if you happen to be traveling, if you're on a bus or an airplane, you could bring, this is an inflatable neck pillow. So it might be a little bit tight to put in there. Well, doesn't look like that's gonna fit in there, so we'll take that off the books there. All right, water bottle. This is about a 32 ounce. Stick that on the side there. Have my action camera. Stick that in the other one here, the other water bottle pocket. And there you go. Yeah, the bag is 18.5 inches in height. It's 11 inches in width and 8 inches in depth. And its capacity is right at 20 liters. Okay, let me go ahead and throw this backpack on to let you know what it looks like. I'm 5'4" in height. Go ahead and throw this on. As you can see, show you it from all the different angles. So the backpack feels okay on my back. It's not uncomfortable, but it does, because it doesn't have a sternum strap, it still feels like it's gonna slip off over time. So I do feel like there should be a sternum strap. The padding is well padded. It's well padded. I think that's a pretty good thing about it. The back panel feels pretty nice as well. But I did notice that the steel frame around the bag kind of pushes up against my hips. So there is some slight discomfort with that. But other than that, it does an overall good job of being comfortable, the backpack straps. So yeah, I think just really all they really needed to add was that sternum strap to make this more secure on your back. Okay, let me talk about the pros and cons of this bag. Some of the things I really liked about this bag is I do think that the materials on it are very high quality, including the zippers. They all operate very smoothly, and I believe they are YKK, so they're very good. The steel frame, it is nice. when you have this bag filled up with your stuff, it does indeed work as like a kickstand, so it stays upright, it won't fall over. And as you can see, it doesn't, you know, it'll just stay right there. Like on a flat surface, it's just gonna stay there. As long as you have things in your bag, it's not gonna fall over. That's a really nice feature. The other thing, last thing I really do like about this bag is the water bottle pockets. Osprey, with a lot of their backpacks, they utilize a stretchy fabric versus the mesh style that you see on most other backpacks. For whatever reason, it's just a lot higher quality. It's tighter, and it maintains its stretchiness over the long run a lot better than other types of stretchy materials that other backpacks use. And the fact that you can get in from the side or from the top is really nice as well. And they're very, very tall, so you can fit pretty big bottles into here, and tall bottles. And not just bottles, but you can stick in your, like I had an action camera I like to put my action camera with a selfie stick into these, and it does well with that as well. All right, so as far as the things I don't like about this bag, the first thing is I think that the pockets that it has are not very, they're just not very effective. For one, the first pocket, this one over here on this side, on the front of the bag, it's just way too shallow. It only comes to about right here, so you can't really put a whole lot in there. You might be able to put some things, but again, there's none of these pockets have any organizational features in them. So everything you put in them is just going to be dumped in there. The fact that there's no organization, it's super shallow. I don't like it. And the lid one's a little bit better, only because it covers the entire lid. So it's bigger, you could fit more stuff in here. But again, no organizational features inside of here. It's just an open pocket. I don't really like that. I feel like they could have done a better job with that. And then lastly, the fact that there's nothing in the bag itself as far as organizational features, and they solely rely on this removable laptop / tablet sleeve organizer. Although it's kind of like, I see what they're trying to do, I just don't think it's like it's very effective. The biggest problem I have with this is that when you already have items within your backpack, once you're pulling this out, it's not that big a deal. You saw that I was able to pull this out pretty easy. But when you go back to put stuff in here, you either have to make sure that you put this in first, or if there's any other items in there already that you haven't taken out, you won't be able to just slide this in, because you've got to manipulate everything to make sure that this slides in snug. Otherwise, you got to pull everything back out and then make sure this is in before you put everything back in. And I just feel like that creates a bit more of a hassle than it needs to. And then the last thing I found was that I found this like zipper right here. I'm not sure exactly what it's for. It seems to serve almost no purpose, because for one, there is no zipper pull on it. It's just there. And you can open it, but if you open it up, it doesn't really, all it does is it goes to the back panel. It just doesn't do anything. So I don't know what the deal with that is. It's something that I feel like doesn't even need to be there. I don't know why it's there. It's kind of dumb, actually. So yeah. And then another thing I don't really like is that I think they could have done, which I don't know why they didn't include, is a sternum strap on the backpack straps. The bag itself, although it feels comfortable on your back, it doesn't sit tight. It feels like it's going to kind of slide off your shoulders every once in a while when you're walking. And so the sternum strap really would have helped. I don't know why they didn't include that, but yeah, that's a big miss for me. The final thing I'm going to have to rag on for this bag is that it comes in at a retail of $180, a whopping $180. There are plenty of bags that I've reviewed in the past that are half the price of this, or maybe slightly more than half the price of this, that are much, much better. So yeah, I'm a bit disappointed, but yeah, I'll go on to my final thoughts. Having talked about things I liked and things I disliked about this, I just feel like there's just a lot more things I don't like about this bag. that just trump everything that's good about it. So in the end, overall, this bag, it's just, you know, its price, everything that I found that was not good about the bag, just dropped it pretty low for me. So I'm gonna have to give this bag a disappointing 4 out of 10 rating.